Well, queer platonic partner is like someone that you're dating, but like platonically, if that makes any sense. It's kind of hard to explain because a lot of people like just don't get it. Like, I didn't really understand it until like I met you.
A queer platonic partner is, like Adrian said, it's like someone that you date but not romantically, but you sometimes, if someone is sort of like a Chad or like a dude bro and they wouldn't really understand that, I like sort of elaborate it more and I say it's sort of like a friends with benefits, but you might not have a benefit, but it's like a more intimate relationship.
It's important to me because, I don't know, I think lots of having different kinds of relationships in your life is really important, and I feel like having a platonic partner is like, I mean, I don't know, it's like really comforting, if that makes any sense.
Like, you're friends with the person, but that person is also your partner, and it's like really, I don't know, it's like a lot, it's just really, really close, and it's important because the expectation is that like you trust each other unconditionally. And I mean, that's the same thing with friends too, but it's more of like a commitment. It's like a intimate commitment.
Friendship and queer platonic partner are different because, so if you keep in mind that queer platonic partner is like a partner, so it's not just like a friend, it's like you actually like, it's often, I feel like it's more involved in your life because you know how like, I mean, we're teenagers, but like if you're an adult with a QPP, like that's somebody you might like raise your kids with, or like live, I mean, you live together probably, and I mean, you might not, and you'd like, you know, split household chores and like act like a romantic couple, except platonically, not the romantic part.
Well, it's like really different. For example, like my best friend, I don't have the urge to like touch him and like sit on him all the time, and like I still do that, but it's I don't like wanna smooch his cheeks, and I don't wanna, I don't know, and it's just, it's like a step further, I guess.
I mean, like I think we're really close, and like we hang out and like support each other like you would in a relationship, and not just as friends, you know, because your friends are like, oh buddy, you okay there, bro, you know, but like I feel like QPs, I mean, there's definitely a lot of support involved in relationships, like supporting each other, but also like communication, as you know, any healthy relationship, and just taking care of each other, but also like making sure we take care of ourselves.
For me, in romantic relationships, I mean, I really like romantic relationships because I am homo-romantic and I have romantic feelings, but it's definitely a lot different dynamic. Like, I don't know, there's different boundaries.
I mean, my QP relationships, like the dynamics are different than like romantic relationships I've had, because I mean, it's like a different kind of relationship.
It's, for me, it's almost weird because like with romantic relationships, I don't really like PDA, but with QPPs, I really like PDA. I don't know why, and that's just me. But also with romantic relationships, if I were to be like cuddling with them all the time or something, I would feel like, oh, what if I'm being clingy? Or like, what if I'm overstepping my bounds? And with like a QPP, it's sort of like, I don't know. I don't know if it's supposed to be that way necessarily, but it's like, I'm not scared about it.
Well, in romantic relationships, I mean, there's romantic attraction, hopefully. Well, there's for me. But then in like QPPs, it's not romantic attraction.
I think a good way of defining it is like when you think about reciprocation, like a scary thing for me in romantic relationships is that there's an expectation that it, like, the same feelings are being reciprocated, I guess. Like I want to have sex with that person, and it's expected that they reciprocate, and also with like the same level of romance. Like I don't know, but then with QPPs, the reciprocation is different, and I guess it's just like the reciprocation is like that person's main support, I guess, with like any situation. And in some situations I would like go to a QPP, but I wouldn't necessarily go to a romantic partner, just because for me there's like an anxiety, and there's like, I mean, there shouldn't be necessarily, but
queer platonic relationships, I think often a lot of people have trouble like understanding what they are and like how it's different, and just like it doesn't really matter. I mean, it matters if you're in a queer platonic relationship to know what that means, but if you're not, it doesn't really matter. Like, if you know what it means, you just kind of have to respect it.
I think that they are really, really important for aromantic people, because I know a lot of aromantic people feel like they're freaks or like they're different, but it's really, not the case, and I think it's really good. And it's important for people to have intimate relationships, like no matter your romantic or sexual orientation, and anyone can have a QPP. Like, I'm not aromantic, but I still feel queer platonic feelings, and now that I know what it is, I look back on like my past friendships and even crushes and stuff, and I realize that, oh, my feelings were more queer platonic than they were romantic. It's a very, very good and wholesome type of relationship.
And I don't know, I think queer platonic relationships are like really important and like valuable relationships to have.